Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am Rider of Dinosaurs. In today's video, we're going to look at Patrick Shank.
This is Patrick!
Yes, the person who created this video.
Harmonic frequencies intersecting on the outside of the dome cause bubbles within fluidic space to cavitate and produce stars via sonoluminescence. Wow.
Wow indeed. And if he was nice enough to create this video about Simon and Dan, I thought I'd have a look at his channel. And I went to one of his first videos, not exactly the first one, but a music video he created using only memes. I will not be putting the music on, as it might be copyrighted, but we'll be looking into the memes he used. But as always, and before we get started, a big thank you to all my Patreons. Atticus Vincicus, Cajun Drifter, Elizabeth Schneider, Fletcher Eiler, Frank Kelly, Globus Schillers, Jarrett, Kiri Mack, Lee W, Mama Murder 73, Mr. MP, Patrick Miller, Federank, Robert Innocencio, Robert Williams, Stringer News 1, Thomas J. Miller, Vishanti Recovering Albanian, and the new Patreons Bella Charge, Janie, and Subaska Sauce. So let's start with the first meme. I'm no astrophysicist, so can anyone explain how combustion is taking place here in a zero oxygen environment?
What are you talking about?
Well, it doesn't take an astrophysicist, just takes 5 seconds on Google. And here we go. How does a rocket burn in space without oxygen? Since there is no air in space, rockets need to take oxygen with them. That's it. You can read the rest, but that's basically it. They take the oxygen with them. Moving on to the next one. Why don't we fall off the edge? Well, he's showing a lot of glaciers and walls, but here's the thing. I thought flat earthers didn't believe in an edge. They never explained where the earth ends, but the majority of them does believe in an edge, or did they stop believing in an edge? On to the next one. And this is the firmament, otherwise known as the Van Allen radiation belt.
Well.
Well, no, because if it's radiation, it's not solid. And then how would it keep the waters from above from falling in? I'm not saying they exist, it's just that in your model you say they exist, so you didn't think this one through, did you? Yeah, I didn't think so. By the way, for those who are interested on how the Van Allen belt looks like, here, an illustration from our friends at NASA. Now here he seems to fancy himself like a bit of a poet. What goes up must come down. The Bermuda Triangle is where rockets are bound. Well, no, you only launch in the general direction of it. What about all the other agencies around the world? I actually found the map with the general direction where the rockets are sent to. So this is a world map with the locations of the main space sites. The red arrows indicate the main direction of the rocket trajectory after launch. As you can see, they don't all go to the Bermuda Triangle. Actually, only number 10, which is, I believe, Cape Canaveral, yes it is the one going to the Bermuda Triangle, as you call it. Now this one shows the misunderstanding that the flat earthers suffer. You can't see the curvature because the earth is too big, but you can see ships sail over the horizon? Well, yes, because we're not seeing the curve, we're seeing the effects of the curve. So when the boat gets far enough, we'd start seeing dropping. Not exactly dropping, but disappearing from the bottom up. Right? Because you guys have tried to explain this in several ways. At one point, there was something called the angle of attack, which no one actually explained what it was. I think that's gone now, but yeah, none of you has been able to explain it, and we've got the perfect explanation. Another classical one. That moment you realize these are all fake and it hurts. I would reply with, the moment that you don't provide any evidence for your claims, because it hurts. Ah, yes, the classical shadow one, misunderstanding how things work. A low sun and an uneven surface can distort the angles of the shadows in images. This is a perfect example of that. This is not a flat plane, so that can cause this kind of distortion. Now, this meme was the reason I decided to make this video. It's that moment when you wake up and realize they've been telling you the truth about space right from the start on every show. Where no man has gone before. Yep, I know, right? Mind-blowing, isn't it?
Right.
It's mind-blowing how asinine your claim is. Here, take a look at this. Star Trek, the first episode, was released or aired in 8th of September 1966. NASA sent a man to the moon in 1969. So yeah, you could say that when the first episode was released, they could say where no man has gone before. Of course, you could argue that the first man in space was in 1961, Yuri Gagarin. And with that invalidating my point. But does it? Because if I remember correctly, the point of the show was exploring strange new worlds. And in 1966, we hadn't gone to the moon yet. So that would be right. But let's confirm it with the intro for the show in 1966.
These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
And there you go, a perfect example of quote mining. Ah yes, the classical UN flag representing the flat Earth, or so they say. But apparently the South Pole is missing from the UN flag, so I'm not too sure. This has been said hundreds and hundreds of times. This map is not showing anything hidden. If they were hiding it, why would they show it? Come on. And again, the old tired argument. This is what water really does on a spinning ball. Gravity is a hoax. Well, when you have a wet ball, tennis ball, just like that one, spinning at 360 degrees in a 24-hour period, then we'll talk. This one leaves me kind of baffled. I think I know what he's on about, which is the planes do not dip their nose every 5 minutes to account for the curvature of the Earth. How do you know? Are you a bloody pilot? The amount of times they have to correct the trajectory and accelerate and decelerate depending on the weather, you wouldn't notice. It's the same thing when you're driving on a straight road. You always need to make tiny corrections. Does the person in the back seat actually notice that you're making those corrections? No. For them, they think you're driving straight. And this, my friends, shows the misunderstanding of flat earthers regarding the world around them. And this is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in my next video. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the bell button, like, and don't forget to share. If you wish to support me further, consider buying my merchandise or becoming one of my Patreons.